Chapter 1. Author's Note. Special thanks, get it, 'cause I'm gothic, to my new GF, you, not in that way, Raven, Bloody Tears 666, for helping me with the story and spelling. You rock! Justin, you're the love of my depressing life, okay? You rock too. MCR rocks! Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, and I have long ebony black hair, that's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back, and icy blue eyes like limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me that I look like Amy Lee. Author's note. If you don't know who she is, get the heck out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was, because he's a major hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them.
Hey, Ebony!
Shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy! What's up, Draco? I asked.
Nothing.
He said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me, and I had to go away. Chapter 2. Author's Note. Thanks to Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the chapter. By the way, preps, stop flaming my story, okay? The next day I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off of my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings and my pierced ears, and put my hair in a kind of messing bun. My friend, Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you! Woke up and then grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick and white foundation on black eyeliner.
OMFG! I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday.
She said excitedly. Yeah, so? I said, blushing.
Do you like Draco?
She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so don't, I shouted.
Yeah, right,
she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me.
Hi,
he said. Hi, I replied flirtily.
Guess what?
He said. What? I asked.
Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade.
He told me. Oh my God, I screamed. I love Good Charlotte. They're my favorite band besides MCR.
Well, do you want to go with me?
He asked. I gasped. Chapter 3. Author's Note. Stop flaming the story preps, okay? Otherwise, thanks to the Gothic people for the good reviews. Thanks again, Raven! Oh yeah, BTW, I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on a matching fishnet on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and then I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyways. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was waiting there for me in front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They had played the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Author's note. A lot for cool boys wear it, okay? Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice.
Hi, Ebony.
He said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz, the license plate said 666, and flew into the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte.
Cold, you're dressed in blood. They're all so happy you were right. The doctor cut your cord and hit your mom. She set you free into this life,
sang Joel. I don't own the lyrics to that song. Joel is so hot, I said to Draco, pointing to his arm as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said.
Really?
Asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me, all protective. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary Duff. I hate that little, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. The night went on really well. I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back in the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. Chapter 4. Author's Note. I said stop flaming, okay? Ebony's name is Ennaby, not Mary Sue, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he is acting different. They knew each other before, okay? Draco, I shouted. What the do you think you're doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped flying the car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the? I asked angrily.
Ebony?
He asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness, and then suddenly I didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me and started to make out keenly against the tree. He took of my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then... What the hell are you doing, you motherfucker? It was... Dumbledore! Chapter 5. Author's Note. Stop flaming. If you flam, it means you're a prep or a poser. The only real reason Dumbledore swore is because he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 revowels. Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools! He shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest! He yelled in a furious voice.
Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces?
Asked Professor McGonagall.
How dare you!
Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, Because I love her! Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said,
Fine, very well. You may go up to your rooms.
Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us.
Are you okay, Ebony?
Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess, I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut, black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight and he reluctantly went back into his room. Chapter 6. Author's Note. Preps, okay? P.S. I will not update up till you give me good revows. The next day I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end and matching top with red skulls all over it and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of school earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood, as opposed to white. Suddenly, somebody bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking to the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair and red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore. Now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I don't get one, you sicko.
I'm so sorry,
he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned.
My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days.
He grumbled. Why? I exclaimed.
Well, because I love the taste of human blood.
He giggled. Well, I am a vampire, I confessed.
Really?
He whimpered. Yeah! I roared. We sat down and talked for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and he told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Chapter 7. Bring Me to Life. Author's note. Well, okay, you guys, I'm only writing this because I got 5 God reviews. And BTW, I won't write the next chapter till I get 10 God vows. Mons. Still flaming or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Marie Sue, okay? She just isn't perfect. She's a satanist! And she has problems. She's depressed for God's sake. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sayings on my nails and red nail polish. Author's note. See, does that sound like a Marie Sue to you? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was hanging out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then, we started Frenching passively. Passive voice versus, what's the other voice? Active. We started Frenching actively. We took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I got on top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and he put his boy thingy in mine. And we had sex. See, is that stupid? Oh, Draco, I see you not getting an orgasm. And all of a sudden, I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words, Vampire. I was so angry. I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed.
No, but you don't understand.
Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. I put on my clothes all huffily, then stomped it out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you! I yelled. Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. Everyone in class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back.
Ebony, it's not what you think.
Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Letty Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long waist-length Gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed after it. She still has nightmares about it and is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith, not Granger. Since she had converted to Satanism, she's a Slytherin now, not a Gryffindor.
What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit?
Snape demanded angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire, I'm biased and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Ha ha, like I would hang out with a prep.
But I'm not going out with Draco anymore,
said Vampire. Yeah, right. You, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the forbidden forest where I'd lost my virility to Draco.
No, virility.
Virility, where I lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. Chapter 9. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache. And the reason Snap doesn't lick Harry now is because he's Christian and Vampire is Satanist. MCR rocks! I was mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then, all of a suddenly, horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie. And he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort! No, I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted,
Imperious!
And I couldn't run away. This is Hermione's cat. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped.
Ebony!
He yelled.
Thou must kill Vampire Potter.
I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remember that Draco had said that I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged.
Thou must,
he yelled.
If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco.
How did you know? I asked in a surprised voice, in a surprised way. Voldemort had a dude, you're so look on his face.
I hath telekinesis,
he answered cruelly.
And if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted.
Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi.
Hi,
he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay? I asked.
No,
he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled.
That's okay,
he said, all depressed. And we went back into Hogwarts together, making out.